All right, thank you for being patient. And now to the finish of the round tip, the round sock tip. The very last step is to bind off. I think that's the right term. But before we do that, we're here from in the middle of the back of the foot. 8 stitches on each needle left. And for you that might be different depending on size of your sock and size of the needles and yarn. But I've decided in my case to bind off after I have 8 stitches left on each needle, which is 32 altogether, so 16 here in a moment on each needle, because we are going to finish up with 2 needles. So I'm using this last 4th needle here and continue with the first needle. So I'm ending up with 16 stitches on this needle, and we can remove this one. And for the rest, I'm just going to turn it around here real quick and simply transfer the stitches from the 3rd needle onto the 2nd needle. So I will end up also with 16 stitches on each of these 2 needles, and we will remove this needle, and then I'm going to cut my yarn here at, I don't know, a couple of feet length or so, or 3 foot, to make sure I have enough to bind off. And here might get a little bit confusing, but it's really all just repetition again. So what we're going to do, we have 1 needle in the back, 1 needle in the front. The yarn is on the back needle right now, and we will start with the front needle, inserting the yarn from the right to the left, if you can see that. Let's try that again. Inserting like this from the right to the left, and do not remove this stitch yet. And now we go to the back needle, and you see how I just use this yarn and move it in between here. And on the back needle, we will insert from the left to the right. And also do not remove the stitch yet. Then we go back to the front needle and now insert in the opposite direction from the left to the right, like we just did on the back needle. Left to the right. And now we can remove that stitch. And then we go to the back needle, go from the right to the left. No, wait a minute. We have to do the front first. Front from the right to the left, because we can't forget the prep. And then we move to the back. Right to left and remove. And then we also have to prep the one on the back needle. Go from the left to the right and do not remove. Come back to the front needle, go from the left to the right, remove the stitch, Then go from the right to the left and do not remove. On the back needle we go from the right to the left and remove, and then from the left to the right and not remove. Same thing again on the front needle, insert from the left to the right and remove, and then prep for the next round, insert from the right to the left and do not remove. And again, always bring the yarn back through here between, inserting from the right to the left on the back needle and remove, making sure you don't drop another stitch, and then inserting from the left to the right and do not remove. Not remove. You gotta be careful there. And then on the front needle, inserting from the left to the right, remove this stitch, tighten it up, insert from the right to the left, and do not remove. Back needle, inserting from the right to the left, remove a stitch, tighten up, back needle from the left to the right, do not remove. And I'll continue going this way. Front needle left, right, and remove, and then prepping the next stitch right, left. And if we're prepping, we're not removing. Back needle right, left, and remove one stitch. Back needle left, right, do not remove, that's a prep. Front needle left, right, and remove the stitch. Prep the next stitch from the right to the left, do not remove. Bringing the yarn back through the two needles. Back needle from the right to the left and remove. Paying attention to your yarn, make sure it doesn't tangle up anywhere. And back needle from the left to the right to prep. Front needle left to right, remove. Front needle right to left, do not remove. And bring the yarn back through here. Back needle right to left and remove. Back needle left to right, do not remove. I sound like a broken record here, I know. Front needle left to right and remove, right? And then right to left and do not remove. Back needle right to left, remove. And then left to right, do not remove. Front left to right, remove. Right to left, do not remove. Back needle right to left, remove. Don't let your yarn get tangled up. Prepping the next stitch right to left and do not remove. front needle, left to right, remove, right to left, do not remove, back needle, right to left, remove, left to right, do not remove, and always tightening up your stitches. And you're gonna see it looks like it's completely knitted here. Awesome, isn't it? Front needle, left to right, remove, right to left, do not remove, back needle, right to left, remove, and left to right, do not remove, front needle, left to right, remove, right to left, do not remove, back needle, right to left, remove, oops, tangle up, back needle, left to right, do not remove, and we're almost done. Front needle, left to right, remove, right to left, do not remove, back needle, right to left, remove, left to right, do not remove, front needle, left to right, remove, right to left, do not remove, back needle from the right to left, remove, left to right, do not remove, front needle from the left to the right, and remove that stitch. Now the last one to prep, from the right to the left, do not remove, back needle, right to left, remove, left to right, do not remove. Now the last stitch, front needle, left to right, remove, and we don't have another one to prep here, back needle, right to left, and remove, and we're all done. Wow, doesn't that look awesome? Look at that. Looks like it's knitted. And this is going to look better here in a moment. All we have to do is bring this needle through to the inside of the sock. Got a long sock, so you need to reach through there. Just insert it right here and pull it through. And that looks pretty good now. See, that's what it looks like. Just like on the other sock. Wonderful. Well, thank you for being patient and knitting along with me. We have successfully finished a pair of socks. All we have to do now is hide all these loose ends. And you might have done that in the past with something. Let's see how I did it on the other sock, if I even did it yet. Yes. Can't even find it. Can't even find it. So there's many ways you can hide your stitches. I'm just going to do it like this. And just kind of do it loosely. To a few stitches. And cut it off. You can do a few more if you like. And we'll do the same thing with all of these stitches. These I can cut off because we doubled up on the yarn there. And we went from one color to the next. The same thing here on the heel. We can cut those off because we doubled up. On the back, I had these stitches like that. If you don't like that being kind of loose, you can use some of these loose ends and kind of stitch in some of it. Like I said, there's many ways you can stitch up your loose ends. That's actually, I think, kind of cool to stitch in a few of those. But either way, you don't have to do it this way. You can do it simply like this. And if you're worried about the colors showing, then make sure you hide your ends in a section with the same color. Like this. 4, 5, 6 stitches, however many you'd like. And cut it off. And the same thing with the remaining loose ends. And we can take the stitch marker out. And our wonderful socks are finished. I hope you enjoyed it. These are a little bit too big for me because they're not for me. So let me zoom out a little bit. Here are our socks. Again, thanks for being patient. Give me a like, subscribe. I'm looking forward to making more videos of my hobby and passion of knitting, crocheting, and crafting. Hope you have a wonderful day and share it with others if you feel like they can learn from this. Bye, y'all.